What's that sound? Where? It's aliens and they're living in your town. Damn. They have arrived. What? They're all around. So many aliens living in your town. Are you scared of
Hello, weirdos out there in Weirdo Land. Date May 21st, 2026, in case we have to go into some kind of time capsule situation and you find this audio. Yes, we are humans. We are here. And we are broadcasting live from my house. How the heck is everybody doing?
Fantastic.
Well,
We got a producer, Dennys. Mr. Dennys, your son just had a birthday, age 3. Can you believe it? In fact, his birthday was yesterday, May 20th.
yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say something after that. I stopped.
It was yesterday.
Yes, he did just turn 3, which is pretty crazy, man. Kids really put time on I don't even know. It's not like it's faster, because when you're in the moment, it's kind of slow. But then when you look back, you go, oh, my gosh, time flew by. It's one of those type of situations.
I mean, such is life. I mean, I can't believe when I bought my house at the end of, I think, 2020.
2020, yes. I just got like a notice or whatever saying I did X amount of things or whatever.
I've been in my house for almost a half a decade, Vickie.
Wow.
How many spirits have you talked to since you've been here?
Well, no more, no less than I did before at your previous addresses. So,
If you had to guess, because someone did ask me this, Vickie. Vickie is our awesome paranormal investigator, our psychic medium. Someone said, if you had to guess, since you've known Jbird, and obviously you don't have a exact number, what would the number of spirit be through every house you've been to, if you had to guess? And the closest number would win you the lottery within 20.
well, actually, I would probably choose the number 21. I think I'd be safe with 21, just because, we add in the human, the not so human, everything in between. I would say we're looking at 21. You had some regulars for a hot minute, and then they kind of disappeared, and then other people took their place.
Now, did those regulars disappear because I won, bitches? I weirded you out. Hey, get the heck out of here.
No, I think it had to do with some that were definitely attached to the location,
Got you.
and they didn't want to go too far from the location.
What is the difference between something that is attached to the location compared to the spirit of a person? Let's say Beckett lives in a haunted house, but it's because the property is special to the ghost. Right. What's the difference between the ghost being attached to Beckett?
I mean, it's just a different attachment. You can have spirits that are attached to pieces of furniture that they owned when they were living. It just depends on what pulls their heartstrings, and that's what they're going to be attached to.
I mean, Beckett, we've got talks of heartstrings. We've got talks of ghosts, paranormal spirits, ideas, opinions.
So is the one that's attached to a person considered a stalker? That's what was coming to my mind. I don't know. It's surprising to me that they can attach to inanimate objects.
And why is that? Delve deep on that.
Because inanimate objects can't be spirits, but spirits can attach to inanimate objects.
Right,
but
because they liked them when they were living. It's in just like a house itself. Maybe they were proud. Maybe they built that house themselves. Maybe they raised their kids there, and they just don't want to leave that. And the house technically is an inanimate object.
What would cause somebody or a spirit to go, all right, I'm dying. There's the light. I want to go. And I'm not talking about even a tortured soul here, not a murderer, not someone that did wrong by anybody. They don't want to go to the light. Is there a stubborn side to humanity that will not go to the light? And is that at all attached to any kind of astrology, which I sometimes can have a tough time delving into, because I'm not going to lie, there's been some chicks that have ruined astrology for me, Vickie.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for that. But we all have free will. So we have free will when we're living, breathing in this body. We have free will when we no longer have a functioning body. So you make the choice when the light comes. That's why you're really supposed to go and check in. And then if you want to come back and you've earned your freedoms, you can. That's why when people pass, they typically have people that come for them to make sure they make it to the other side the way they're supposed to.
Could you argue some people come back here to Earth because maybe Earth is better for them? I mean, they're going, I don't want to go to the light. Earth, it's kind of rocking. I mean, my boy Beckett is over here. He's got this awesome hair.
Weird and Whatever podcast.
Oh, Radcock. The whole kit and caboodle.
There may be some things that they absolutely do not want to give up. They just don't want to give it up. And they don't go over to the other side to see that technically they don't have to give it up. An earthbound spirit ultimately will end up being unhappy because they're not going to get the kind of satisfaction that they think they're going to from staying here because they've messed up the natural process. They need to go check in and then come back.
It's like the gambler who always wins. Eventually, they get bored. It's not fun anymore. Right?
No one wants eternity. And when it seems like a silly analogy, you always need a fuse on a contract. Like say, okay, you have 15 days to inspect. You have 30 days to get financing. Because if you just leave something open-ended, like it changes how people process things. If a teacher says, hey, turn this in whenever, right? Like it doesn't get done, And I think everyone thinks that they like perfect or they want eternal. No one really does. It's what makes life special,
Denny, it's a provocative statement Beckett just said. He's saying that eternity, that eternal feeling is something that is actually not what humans really truly crave. Do you agree or disagree?
I do agree. It's a common theme in a lot of just stories throughout history of somebody trying to achieve life forever, but it always ends up being a curse because, a lot of times, even, just fictionally or whatever, gods get tired of it and then their influence disappears and then they just exist around. Everyone is going to pass. There's a lot of negatives. I would never want to live forever.
Is it kind of like the same concept, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'd like to hear all of y'all's opinion. You ever have a goal or a feat that you've really trained for and you've put your heart and soul into, and you've accomplished it? You got to the mountaintop, and once you got to the mountaintop, you breathe and you look up and go, holy shit, man, I did it. I did it. I did it. And there's almost kind of like a letdown feeling, almost a dare I say, a depression or the blues. Do you guys ever experience something like that? And if you do, what do you think that is? And why do you think the human spirit does possess that? Well, anybody take this forward.
It's like they say, it sounds counterintuitive. No matter how cool the vacation, one of the best parts of vacation is planning for it, getting ready for it,
the excitement of
going to the airport for it. And sure, you have a great time on that trip, and it's everything that you hoped it would be sometimes. And still, it's like, you come back from that great trip, and you're like, I got to back to work on Tuesday. But a huge part, I don't know what percentage, a huge part is the anticipation of it, right?
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes... And not to turn it crass, so if you got the kids listening, earmuffs, although this is, I think, 18 and over.
All right, cover your ears, Lachlan.
Sometimes the foreplay is a little better than the fucking days. I don't know.
Well, or even the road trip to the destination is better sometimes.
Yeah, and like a more extreme example, it's the old cliche, the dog that caught the car. The dog loves chasing the car. But what's he going to do when he gets it? It's kind of disappointing.
I mean, pop some wheelies because this car and this dog is very talented.
I just feel like humans are conditioned a lot to think there's a beginning, middle, end in everything. I mean, there certainly is in some things, but everyone's conditioned that, so they feel like you get to the end and you win, whatever that means to you. But there really is no actual feeling of that. Yeah. You're just going to crave a new winning.
It's a very good point. I think a lot of people go through that, and I think it's something that you kind of have to really catch, because if not, it's one of those cautionary tales where it might become too late. I think everyone thinks eventually I'm going to get happy. By the time I'm 32, I'll be happy because of A, B, or C. You know what? I'm 32 and I'm not happy yet. But by the time I'm 38, that's when I'm going to be... No, I'm going to push my happiness off until I'm 62.
Yep.
And then you're 91, if you're so lucky or unlucky, depending on how your body is. And you never really do what you wanted to do. And I think it's more of a lesson about living in the now, because you're only guaranteed one thing right now. That's it. That's all you're guaranteed.
It's a gift. That's why it's called the present.
I mean, a sinkhole, boom, gone.
Yep.
Takes out Beckett.
Oh.
We hear him laughing still. We think it's a bit. It's
Now
not-
now it echoes.
No, but it makes you think, what are you waiting for? Not to turn this into a Tony Robbins,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of times people put happiness on the back burner because they're going, eventually it's going to come. And I don't know if that's a truthful statement.
Well, that's why it's important. It's another cliche, but though again, there's cliches for a reason. You know, it's about the journey, not the destination, right? Like, yeah, you're like gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna be happy 5 years from now when I do this." You got to enjoy the stepping stones along the way. You're like, "Hey, I'm doing this with my boy. I'm building this business, and sure, there's gonna be tough days. There's gonna be exciting days. There's gonna be milestones, but you got to stop and smell the roses. You got to enjoy as much as you can the way. And then, like Jbird said, you can't just delay your happiness for some future event.
Well, people always ask, and let's say Vickie's on a stage and they'll ask you that one question, Vickie, what did you learn on this planet while you were here? What really was the lesson you want to give? And I think sometimes people don't know what they want to say. Do you have that lesson? Do you have that?
I think I might have actually just learned that lesson. I think that I'm a Leo, so I hang on longer than I should with emotionally unavailable people, because I think I just need to hold on. I need to hang. I need to, maintain this relationship for this reason or that. But I have finally learned it's okay to quit. And I think that is like one of the big lessons I was supposed to learn in this life. It's okay. Don't hold on as the Titanic's going down.
Yeah.
Like, let go and see if, somebody will actually share that little piece of wood and let you float with them.
Unless you're the band, because those fuckers went
Yeah,
out
they
like
went-
rock
The captain.
stars.
The captain, yeah.
Rock stars. I don't know if it was real Beckett, but the movie.
That's interesting you say that. I'm a Leo. Now I understand why we get along so well. But I heard Will Ferrell talking about a conversation he had with his father before he went to try to be a comedian and act. And it sounds like the most counterintuitive advice a father can give a son. But what Will Ferrell, in an interview said, he goes, all right, well, if you don't make it, it's okay to quit. And when you first heard Will Ferrell say that, you're like, that's a weird thing for a father to say.
Thanks, Dad.
But what Will said, he goes, it took so much pressure off what I was going to do. He goes, yeah, I'm just going to go to L.A., and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. There's plenty of things, 'cause so many people get downtrodden and try too hard, probably. I don't know much about the industry. But he said that advice from his dad, it totally took all the pressure off and allowed him to go in more authentic and light and who he wanted to be. And it's like, yeah, it's okay to quit.
Well, the other thing, too, is everybody's built different. Some people are built to be in a situation where pressure brings the best out of them. They are able to
That's me, unfortunately.
be in the
That's
back.
not me.
But yeah,
That's
so
not me.
exactly. Some people are, when it is all or nothing, that's when they somehow come through and bring the best. Then there's other people where they fold like a chair. And I think it depends. And I think it's just knowing who you are as a person.
But I hate that about me. Like, I need a tight deadline to get something done. Like, if like I was saying earlier, if I have a teacher that says, hey, by the end of semester, I will inevitably wait until the end of the semester, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I got so much time. And then I get an ungodly amount of work, don't sleep the last week. But if the same teacher said, oh, this is due in a week,
Yeah.
Done.
Exactly.
yeah.
And I'm the same, like during the school year, I go to work every day. I do what I'm supposed to. I go home. One night I went home on a Friday and I vacuumed my walls. The entire house, I vacuumed the walls. So I keep going and going. Summer, because I don't have somebody pushing me that you need to go, I am a complete unproductive lump during the summer. I need that little
Yeah,
push.
You need that downtime,
And
too.
a lot of people are like that. They're afraid to admit it because they're afraid you're going to be perceived. Oh my gosh, I'm lazy. I'm a lump. But dude, everybody does that. Everybody takes a break. Everyone becomes a lump every now and then.
I think there's something, there's another cliche that if you want something done, ask a busy person to do it. I have found that there's a rhythm to it. Like if I'm lackadaisical over the summer or a long weekend or whatever, then I'm like, I don't want to go do that project. But if I'm running back and forth from work and I'm doing this, it's like I'm in a rhythm.
You're already doing.
I'm in a rhythm, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I know. Let me load the dishwasher. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to do that to my light switch and fix that, and you get in a rhythm.
You get momentum.
But if you're just laying around on the weekend, you're like, I don't want to do the dishes. I don't want to touch the light switch. You get in a rhythm.
Baby Lachlan, you and him are having one of those Goodwill Hunting moments where you're on a bench, you're looking at a lake. He's asking you about life. It's deep. He says, Dad, what's the one piece of advice when it comes to life that you can give me that's going to help me just make my life better? What would you tell him?
I guess the one thing I think that helps a lot is I would just not take anything personally from anyone. Bad people, good people. It doesn't matter. Good people that you trust and everything are eventually going to do something that will rub you wrong, and bad people will do the same. I just wouldn't take it personally. I mean, there's situations where you can, but...
Yeah, and sometimes people, I think what I've learned, sometimes people can rub you the wrong way and make you think it's personal, and they may not even realize that they're even doing it.
Think about how busy you are in a day and the bandwidth you have from, the moment you wake up to you go to bed. A lot of the times, you spend more time worrying about what other people are thinking possibly than they actually are.
Oh, yeah.
Or think about how much you worry about other people. It's like almost non-existent. Like,
The truth is most people don't give a...
They don't ever think
they don't
about
care.
it.
And then they don't.
You devote 30% of your day to worrying about that type of thing or trying to appease them, and then they're just like, so what are you talking about? And you realize they have no connection with what you've been harboring or whatever it is.
I think that the one thing I've really, especially the older I've gotten, I've realized, the one thing I would say I personally think I've learned is that when you are in a time in your life where you feel like you're failing or there's a thunderstorm or it's just not going your way, you got the yips of some sort. If you change your perspective, you actually are in a time of learning and leveling up. If you really think about it, and that can be a great time of growth and the when Mario gets the mushroom or the owl or whatever the fuck he hits and he gets bigger, I think sometimes you can get lost in your drama and realize or not realize that there's something to learn from it. I mean, there's wisdom in failing.
You could probably flip any situation into a positive. I mean, even though it's a negative situation. I mean, what is it? Is it testing you? Is it testing your fortitude? Is it teaching you a lesson that you won't even realize for another 5 years?
And I'm not dismissing, horrific things in life where there's like the top 5 of things in life we all agree or you go, that's fucked. It's going to take a long time to heal from. But we all go through certain things in life. And I think if you're in a slump of some sort, if you're able to kind of change the perspective and go, you know what, there's something to be learned here or to level up on. Yeah. I think it can help and get you out of a funk. I could be wrong on that.
No, you're totally right.
No, I think all that stuff helps.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm such a quip cliche guy, but today, but
the king of dad jokes doesn't know why he does that.
But there is, we've talked about it. Like one of in my humble opinion, worst characteristics of a human is the victim mentality, and the only thing you have control over is how you react to something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And something really bad can happen in life, and you can choose to be a victim. Or you can write a book about it. You can help other people that went through the same thing, and some people make a purpose and passion in life doing those kind of things,
Absolutely.
Right? And another one, it's always dark, or it's darkest before the dawn, right? And sure, when I've gone through some tough times, I'm like, oh man, like da 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 da. And it's interesting Jbird said that because I think some of my best moments is when I've come out of that breakup, or I've come out of that tough career thing.
Well, it's the Phoenix Rising.
Yeah. Oh, and it's almost, at least for my personality, it's rocket fuel. They say the most successful diet is the divorce diet, right? and if you can harness that, person at work screwed me over, or that person is going to regret losing me, whatever. Oh man, that's the best rocket fuel you can have to like
Absolutely.
better yourself. Or you can just lay on the floor. And I'm not saying you don't have to lay on the floor for a day or two, but then you got to dust yourself off and let's go.
That's the big thing. You got to get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think that there is. I've said it before as a spiritual deficit, but maybe I do mean that. But I also think there's a mentor deficit. I'm talking about not like a person you see on TikTok. All right, guys, here's 5 things to be successful. Wake up, make your bed, do that. All right, make some eggs. I'm not talking about any of that. But somebody that you really, really legitimately trust their gut, their opinion of what they've gone through in their life. And Vickie, I'm sure you've experienced that before on just a gut feeling. I know a lot of psychic medium feelings is all about, the gut instinct.
Right. And I've also gone through a lot of stuff in my life, and I know why. It's so I can connect with people and I can help them, and I can be that person that they trust, that they know I'm going to tell them the truth and I'm going to give them honest advice that's probably based on my own experiences. And yes, Beckett, I am writing the book. As a matter of fact, I am writing a book of my life.
I love it.
You
Yes.
should.
And
Yeah.
it's called Reflections of a Psychic Single. And I'm putting in realizations that I made from relationships starting from the beginning, but I'm also mixing in the paranormal because that's such a big part of my life. So
That's awesome, and I wish you the best, and I think it'll be great, and we'll obviously
Yeah, we'll
promote
buy
that.
some copies.
Totally. The one question I wanted to ask you, you being a teacher, I've heard so many stories. We get emails, especially around Halloween time. That's when we do a lot of our ghost scary bits on the KVJ show, Beckett. Ghost and spirit visiting schools, especially elementary schools. Now, do you think spirits would try or be attracted to something like that because there is a sense of innocence? Or does that have nothing to do with why ghosts would be present at a elementary school and even middle school? You hear it about high schools as well, but you're still dealing with more of the younger, innocent type of age.
right. I mean, in my case, I worked at a haunted elementary school, but that's because it's built on Indian burial ground.
Oh shit!
And there's actually a portion in the plans where we were not allowed to do anything, touch it, because that's where they thought the actual burial ground was.
Double shit.
So that school was always very, very active. But anytime you have all that energy, where would you want to play if you're a spirit? Let's go where all these kids, they have more energy than most adults. There's, 1,000 of them probably. That would be the place I'd go to refuel.
Yeah, we do get a lot. The email I get a lot when it comes to kids is always about rainbow children. Rainbow children is a big topic I get, to the point where there's so many emails about it that we'd just be doing rainbow. We'd have to change our podcast to Weird and Rainbow Children, and it's too long, too many syllables.
So they have rainbow children and there's indigo,
Indigo,
children.
yeah.
So what's the difference between the two?
Time period.
Oh, all right.
Kind of, sort of. If we just want to break it down. It's just a
So
time period
basically,
they're born.
it's Yamato,
Yeah.
tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you. All right, well, let's go over weird holidays. It's tradition here on the Weird Whatever podcast. Happy How to Observe Brown Bag Day.
How to observe Brown Bag Day.
Yeah, it's a day where you observe brown bag lunches. Now, I grew up at a time period, if you forgot your money or you forgot your lunch, you were allowed to get a brown bag lunch at the elementary school. Now, Vickie, I don't know if that shit still goes on. If a kid forgets their lunch, do they get fed that day?
They get fed. They get fed several days until then finally they've exceeded like the limits, and then they'll get a cheese sandwich. But they do let them get there. A lot of time, like if I knew that a kid hadn't brought their lunch, I would go sneak the
Yeah,
cafeteria
here.
lady and some money. I'm like, here, I know they're getting kind of high in their deficit.
It's like, can we get a fucking pierogi?
Yeah, but I mean, there was a time period, and I honestly don't know. I try to avoid our cafeteria as much as possible, but there was that time period where everybody got free breakfast and everyone got free lunch during the COVID times when we went back. So every child, nobody was running up a bill because everybody was getting it for free.
But there's going to be a bill if a kid, no matter what, if a kid doesn't have enough money during the year, there's going to be a bill.
they'll accumulate that bill, and then once they get to a certain threshold, they'll give them a cheese sandwich.
Fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie though. A cheese sandwich sounds kind of dope right now.
Is it just cheese?
It's
bread?
cheese. It's white bread, nothing else, and they slap one singular piece of cheese on it and call it a day.
Put some
That's actually pretty,
mayonnaise.
that's
A little mayonnaise and mustard. It's not too bad.
I mean, look, I grew up in the streets of Lake Park. A cheese sandwich, it's kind of fire, Vickie. But when you break it down, when it's just 2 pieces of bread and a slice of cheese, it does kind of sound like prison, and it kind of breaks my heart a little bit. So it's fucked up. The one thing I'll say about a brown lunch, and the reason why I brought this up, I don't know if you guys grew up in a time where if you were to forget your lunch, they made this, and this was in the public school system. It was white, just the worst bread possible you could put in your body. The whitest 1984 bread with peanut butter and honey. And holy shit, man.
Slapped.
Oh, dude, the bread was so thick to the point where it looked like 4 sandwiches. The honey was just so sweet, like nectar's
Like
piss.
nectar.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Well, nowadays they couldn't do that because of the peanut butter. You had way too many kids with allergies.
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
thing in the schools. They got sectioned
Yeah.
off.
I used to love peanuts on a plane.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck does that have to do with the cafeteria?
Peanut allergies.
They've removed peanuts are removed from everything.
Yeah. And if you have a kid with a peanut allergy, you have to have a sign in your room. Yeah. That's a lot.
They are not liked in society.
Oh, I can already hear 11 emails of why I'm so insensitive to the fact that I brought up fucking peanut butter and honey. I'll deal with that tomorrow, Denny.
People are allergic to honey too. It's not-
Oh, shit. Now I got honey people on my ass.
I don't think are people allergic to honey. I think it's one of those foods
think
that I
I've
don't
ever
think people
heard.
are allergic
I don't
to,
know.
and
I
it
don't
lasts
think so.
forever. It never goes.
I think they
bad.
put an apple in there and a chocolate milk when I went to public school.
apple,
Yes.
chocolate milk,
Yes.
and a sandwich.
And we all said in unison, fuck this apple.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I can't believe I wasn't 400 pounds in school. I was thinking about what I was eating on school lunch. My mom would give me like $1.50 to go to. I went to Addison Meisner, and they would give me this like Elio's white
Yes.
pizza that actually fit in the tray, and then a chocolate milk just ripped with sugar and just French fries.
Yeah.
How are they letting me eat that?
Yeah,
They think that they
yeah,
think
yeah.
I'm going to sit still in class afterwards?
Yeah, we get it, Beckett. You were fucking ripped even in elementary school.
No, I wasn't.
All right, abs galore over here in grade 6.
It went right to my butt.
I'd always do the pizza. I do the fries. I do ranch dressing with hot sauce,
Uh-huh.
and then I get the Otis Spunkmeyer cookie.
I knew Spunkmeyer at some point was going to resurface.
I just love
I was
it.
watching
then it
that
was like-
show the other day.
It was like jailhouse rules. I remember like I didn't really love chocolate milk and I'd like barter my chicken milk for like someone else's
Did
Doritos.
you say chicken milk?
You did.
Chocolate milk.
By the way, let's write that down. Chicken milk sounds disgusting for doing bitch. No, back in my elementary school, for some reason, it was a big deal. You were not allowed to get the salad bar privilege until 4th grade. So you're in 3rd grade just watching these 4th graders get all this awesome salad. And I remember I loved the salad bar so much. There was a spider in my salad, and I still ate the whole fucking salad. I loved it that much, Denny. The French dressing was amazing.
Oh, I've gotten lettuce before that's had a bug in it, and you just go, that sucks, and then you just move it.
Well, the hungrier you are, the more gross you'll be to eat something. You ever been at a buffet?
Yeah.
And you'll eat just anything in sight. Then all of a sudden, you get about 25% full, and you look around, and like the old guy, he's eating with his mouth open.
His
you
teeth are on the table.
His denture just kind of, I don't know, moonwalked a little bit.
You start
Maybe-
seeing the stains on the walls.
Yeah, maybe the lemonade comes and there's, I don't know, fucking lipstick on the tip of it.
Ugh.
And now you're like 40% full. Now you go to get, I don't know, maybe
You're
some.
like, I'll get the ice cream, I guess, and we're out
I'll
of here.
get the ice cream.
And then we're out.
Now you're really grossed out.
Yeah, I'll fight through the beginning, but you don't even see that stuff at first.
That's the plight of a buffet That really is. I know you don't do a lot of buffets, Beckett.
I used to love buffets.
I know. They're gone.
I think since COVID, they've where's there
COVID definitely
where's there a
hurt.
salad bar anymore? There's no salad bar anywhere.
I heard it.
It's all gone, man.
They still have it at Ruby Tuesdays, I think.
Oh, boy.
I'm 99% sure it's still at Ruby Tuesdays.
Really?
Oh, cool. Oh, boy.
But Ruby's isn't anywhere.
Where
Where's
is
Ruby?
it?
There's one on 441 and Okeechobee.
Okay, cool. I'll take a salad and a side of explosive diarrhea.
I used to love Ruby Tuesday salad bar.
I saw
croutons.
I saw this
They
guy.
really do.
This guy bought like a bunch of Pizza Huts, and he's bringing Pizza Hut
Yeah,
back. Did
yeah.
you see that?
Beckett, we covered that story yesterday.
He's bringing back the classic designs, the red cups.
Which we all loved. When I was a kid, I lost my Darth Vader figure at the Pizza Hut in North Lake Boulevard in the booth. I had 7 members in my family there. None of us could find it. Somebody ate that Darth Vader figure. And I think I know who did it. Happy National Waiters and Waitresses Day. Now, let me ask you this, because sometimes you get called out on some weird shit, Beckett. You never know when you're going to offend somebody. I had said waitress one time, then I got a long email, good 9 paragraphs in of why you don't call somebody a waitress anymore. You call everybody a server. Vickie, what the fuck? Why am I such a bad person?
I don't know, because you're old. That's why you just didn't upgrade.
Because I was just really, really trying to go in on the serving
They changed
community.
the terms on some stuff, and it really, you go, all right, I'll make the adjustment now that I know. But
But that's my question. Do I have to make the adjustment on that?
well, because I think the same thing came up with actor and actress, right? Don't they now have one term?
But that's the whole thing. So when you say actor, and you're calling a female an actor, you motherfucking beta bitch. What the fuck? She's an actress. And if you say she's an actress or an actor or vice versa, you can't win. So how offensive? And I'm asking the serving community. I'd rather. But let's have an open discussion. Are you offended if you're a server and someone calls you a waitress or a waiter? Let's talk about it. We talk about the hard issues, Beckett.
We attack the heavy topics.
So bartender has one name.
Server?
No, it's just bartender.
Oh, mind blown. No, I swear, I'm not at all trying to be provocative, douchey. I really am asking.
No, I get it.
Is it? Here's
So,
my honest question when it comes to these kind of things, Vickie, and everybody here. Are majority of human beings really bent out of shape about the whole call me a waiter, call me a waitress, or do they really not give a fuck and they just give a shit about making money and taking care of their family, and that's really what they care about in life? Or do they really go at home and go, this limp dick motherfucker called me a waitress. I want to know what really is the level, because there's always that term rage bait. It's fake rage. Is it fake rage, or is it something where is the chat room just appalled that somebody would be called a waiter or a waitress or not a server? Or are you just trying to get through the day and not give a fuck and trying to get your best tip?
Yeah, I don't think they care as long as you tip.
Yeah.
And as long as you understand too, this is what a lot of people, because I have a lot of friends that are servers.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you don't understand is that if you are mad at your server and you undertip them, they still have to tip out. They have to tip out everybody, the busboy, this person. So they're actually losing money by having served your table, and that's not, depends on the degree in which they were horrible. You know, I mean, I tip 25% just because the math's easier. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's easier than 20%.
Well, see what happens. What happens is I round the number up and then I double it and then I throw in some extra.
Oh,
And
okay.
it ends up being 25%.
Yeah, just so your hair over.
Yeah.
Because I do 10 and then double it, and then I throw a little sprank on top.
Yeah.
I just think that there's two
Are
conversations.
you over there thinking you're cheap?
No, I have a crazy busboy story to tell you guys when you're done.
Oh no! I mean,
Hurry up, Bird.
it better end in a circle jerk, because I gotta tell you, man, I had some real mediocre shit that I want to get off my mind. No, please tell us your Bukkake busboy story.
There's too much pressure on the story. So I was a busboy at New York Prime. I was working there, and I was working under this waiter, and he got, I don't know what the tip was, but it was a very offensive tip, and it was a very big party, and I think it was a big night, maybe like a holiday night or whatever. This waiter went out, followed them to valet, and gave back the tip and goes, "Here, sir, I think you need this more than me."
Oh, damn.
And got fired that night. But that's how pissed he was. It definitely wasn't 25%. Yeah.
Yeah, a big you got to on those type of things. Throw them because I mean you're taking up time, and if you've been in the game, you realize how much of a time sink that is, and they don't give you a tip at the end. It's so.
It's their livelihood, and you only get a few table turns on like those kind of restaurants, you know.
Hey Beckett, I'm trying not to read the comments so much because sometimes I can be a dick. But it's not that serious. Says, please back off the mic when you laugh. So do me a favor, go closer to the microphone and laugh as hard as you can.
We need
please.
a sinkhole.
I want you to laugh in the most obnoxious way ever. All right, that's your mission.
All right, deal. Well, how about steward and stewardess? Like,
I think that's another one along with actor and actress.
Now they're just flight attendant.
Well, that's just it. I think you got to consider the source when it comes to being offended. And if somebody is really not trying to be offensive and they're ignorant, I think ignorance is different than being offensive. And we're all ignorant on some level. If you don't know shit,
Totally.
you're ignorant. Yeah. And I think, too, ignorance is one of those words where people automatically go, I am not ignorant. Ignorant isn't as bad as people make it out to be.
Yeah.
Just because you're ignorant doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Yeah.
It means you didn't know or didn't have the wherewithal of the situation, and now you do.
I'm happy you said that because you understand what the word means, because I'm ignorant to the workings of the engine in my car. My mechanic is not. I don't know a lot about that. You know what I mean? But some people always think it's some slur if you say the word.
It's the same thing as the word sensitive. If you're called sensitive, that means you can't handle shit. You cry on a dime, and that's actually not what it really means.
I am sensitive.
Yeah,
some
I'm
people are looking
fuck.
for a sensitive man.
Yeah, I'm a sensitive. You don't want to. It's like anything. You don't want to overdrink. You don't want to be oversensitive. You don't want to be over defensive. I mean, we're all capable and have all been those things in life. You try to correct those things. But I mean, people, even with the word insecure, people try to throw that as just like a conversation stopper if they call you insecure. Well, let's break that down for a second. Now, if I'm being insecure and I'm being insane, yeah, throw that in my face. But if you're giving me legit reasons to be an insecure
if your wife cheated on you,
go fuck your mother. You're making me
if
insecure.
your wife cheated on you and you're feeling a little insecure, that's totally
some words have been hijacked. It's
everything. You're just an overall insecure person.
It's to shut down a conversation when someone wants to win. Beckett, you're being insecure. Well, okay, maybe I am, but you're giving me a reason to be insecure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's used as a conversation ender.
Everyone's
just dropping that mic, throwing these big words around.
We live in the big mic era. I mean, or the drop the mic era, and blah, 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 and fuck you, Beckett, and your dick is not that rad.
Yeah.
I asked if anyone would be offended by that, and it came back 100% not offended.
I love our chat room. Good. I'm glad that there wasn't even a troll, not even a joker that could even do that. And that's cool. I think what it comes down to, what Vickie said. Fuck you, pay me. Treat me like a person, pay me, and we're good to go. And let's not look for things to be offended.
Well,
Thanks for paraphrasing me. That's great.
It's a social contract, right? It's a social contract. Like, people know in a certain culture. It's one of the reasons it's tough time when Europeans come. That's why they include tip in Miami Beach often, right? It's our social contract that someone's going to wait on you. They're going to provide good service. And it's customary to give around 20%, right? That's customary, But if I didn't see you the entire night, like, you have to be really bad for me not to give 20%. Like, really bad. Damn, Beckett's a bad tipper. No, I usually leave just money on the table. I'm out. Because I've learned that same. We were talking about movies earlier, and you cut the movie off early. Because I used to, like Vickie was saying, relationships. Sometimes I'm like, let's just stay here, blah blah blah. But if I have a night out now, I worked really hard. I'm like, I want to have a good night. And sometimes you can just go with your gut, and you're like, this is not going to be a good night. Let's go across the street. You know?
Have you ever had those nights? And it's more of a younger thing when you're just out on the prowl and you're trying to make some magic happen. And you and your friends, whether it's you and your girls or you and your boys or you and your crew, you're out there, you're trying to make something happen, you're trying to meet some people, and it's just roadblock and strike out and shit situation after shit situation. And right about 12:20 someone goes, guys, just want to go to Taco Bell and just say fuck it.
Let's go have some beers in my house.
Yeah, I mean,
those always end up being the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get a pizza or some tacos and just call it a night.
Yeah, it's never a bad idea.
Do you have a Vickie theme song for AI style?
I have one that I'm going to run by you guys. I have two, actually, but I don't
Let's
have
do
them
it.
ready for tonight.
He wants to run them by us
Yeah.
to make
Well,
sure.
I think you're going to like the one.
Well, that does not help out for tonight.
Scratch that off.
Well, let's do it. It's time for Ask Vickie. We love Vickie. Vickie's the best paranormal ghost. We tried.
I was just
okay?
waiting to see if we went with the song still.
What's your opinion, Vickie, on dreams where dead loved ones visit us? Are they psychological, or could some of them be genuine contact? We talk about a lot about dreams, and I think there's stuff we don't know about. What is horse shit and what is not?
I truly believe that when you dream about a loved one and when you wake up you remember all the details, that was an actual visitation, because it's easier for them to visit us in our dreams because of the state that we're in. We're not busy denying that we're talking to them or denying that we can see them, and it's just a great way for them to communicate.
Yeah, I feel like I had one legit dream where my mom was there in the room with me, but one that I could say that it was different than anything else. And I'm not sure what made that different, but it seemed almost kind of like it was happening in real time and not even like a dream, even though it was a dream, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I used to have them all the time about my dad when after he passed, my mom was still alive, and he would always in the dream, he would be visiting temporarily. He would say, I could only be here a short time. When my mom passed away, I never saw my dad again. He never did another visitation.
Wow.
Because he was there most of the time because he was still watching over my mom.
Yeah, it's you ever get that where you've lost somebody and you start to forget what they look like or how they were, or does that not really happen to you because you have a psychic medium?
It hasn't
gift?
happened to me yet, but I'm getting older, so more than likely it'll happen at some point.
That ever happened to you, Beckett? I know you've talked fondly of your grandpa. Do you sometimes kind of forget a little bit of, obviously you don't forget your grandfather, but you kind of lose a little memory bank, lose a little bit of the Rolodex?
Yeah, I don't know if I would go as far as what they look like. I'm not.
That look like that's a little extreme.
Yeah. I saw both my grandparents on my dad's side, unfortunately kind of wither away late in life. So like I have two different kind of memories because that was like a very tough time later in life when I was an adult. So then I like to remember them more as I was growing up and as a kid. So I kind of have two different memories of them, in terms of how they were. But I think maybe like some details in the face, I look at a picture and I remember like, oh yeah, those were the eyeglasses that he wore. But I don't think it's happened to me where I forgot, what someone looks like per se.
Very good. Denny's, and I mean, obviously you have nothing to add on to that because you don't believe in ghosts.
So I'd say forgetting. I mean, I still remember my grandfather's mannerisms. I think it'd probably have to go longer periods of time. My grandma lived to, just about 100.
That's insane.
She-
What a life.
She drove all the way, all the way to the end. She did one last road trip, came home, and then I think she called everyone and then was out.
It's almost like she knew, kind of.
Yeah, well, she came from Oklahoma, and she had a giant family. I think she had like 35 brothers and sisters. and they all lived. There was 3 families that raised that town, so the whole town everything's named after those 3 last names. And so when she went to visit, she just went one last time, I guess.
Do you think that is something a human does possess? Maybe not everybody, but do you think humans know when they're possibly like? Did you think
We all kind of felt like that was her last hurrah.
she knew that was her last mission almost?
I feel like, yeah, I could feel that was probably the case. With my grandfather, he passed away unexpectedly. Not so unexpected, like where it was just all of a sudden, but he went in, got sick, and then it was a very quick, maybe like 3 or 4 months, and then so that one was kind of, I don't think he expected that type of thing, but I think my grandma decided when she wanted to go.
Yeah, that's crazy. One of the best things that the KVJ Nation audience has ever done for me was when I moved into this house, the last thing I physically moved in here was Chewy, and he had so many medical issues, so I wanted to make sure everything was set so he wasn't overwhelmed. And it was so bizarre because I got him into the house and he died within under 24 hours of being in the house. And the thing that the audience said, because I was devastated, I thought I had killed him by bringing him here.
Right.
And they go, don't look at it that way, Bird. Chewy knew it was his last ride, and he wanted to give you one last adventure.
Yeah.
And, whether that's true or not, what a great
Makes sense.
what a great message
Yeah.
to give to somebody who, is going through heartache.
100%.
But I do think some people or some animals, they do sense that. Vickie, what are your thoughts?
I had, when I moved into my house, I had a dog that lasted 10 days after we moved. And he knew the morning that he passed away, I was, trying to interact with, he put himself in his cage. And I knew something when he put himself in his cage. And I told him I loved him. And I went and took a shower. When I came back, he was gone. And, I talk with a friend of mine a lot of times. She's very upset when an animal passes and she's not with them. There are a lot of animals that want to die alone.
Yeah.
They don't want their owner
Yeah.
to see them. And like I tell her, don't beat yourself up because you weren't holding the animal. They don't want you to have that burden.
Yeah,
of having to watch them pass
I've talked
away.
to animal people that are, considered animal experts in that world. And, you never know because an animal can't talk to you. But they say a lot of animals, they want to die by themselves. Yeah. And they almost kind of can feel your pain, and it almost kind of traumatizes them.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the most extreme case we had this one dog that passed away, and the other dog saw us come out to the pool and find Ralph laying there and realize that he's dead. When it came down for Jack to die, Jack had never gotten out of the gate ever in his life. He slipped out through the gate, and we never found him. I reached out at the time because I was too involved, asked another psychic medium, and he saw our reaction to finding Ralph, and Jack didn't want us to go through that. So he slipped through that, and he went off quietly in the woods and passed away. That was the way he wanted it to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to animals, especially the older I've gotten, I kind of started thinking that there's a whole different way of communication in a whole world that we just don't understand.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's cool. All right, Vickie, last question. If you could know the absolute truth about what happens after death right now, would you actually want to know, or do you want to be surprised? And I think some people think psychic mediums know what happens when you die, and I think that's a misconception.
We only know what we've been shown. Whether that's the truth or not, we don't know yet. We only know what glimpses we have seen. Would I want to know? Absolutely. Like, I would want to know more for other people than for myself. Like, I would want to know. I don't want to give them false advice. I don't want to give them. I'm giving them, and I tell people, I'm just telling you what I've been shown. And I'm not saying that this is 100% the gospel. This is what I've been shown. So I would want to know just for other people. For myself, surprise. I mean, I'll take it as a surprise.
Yeah.
But I just want to be responsible with what I do. And if I had the opportunity 100% to know what's the truth, absolutely, I would go for it for other people.
Becky, what would you say? How many times a week? If it's 0, it's 0. If it's 10, it's 10. How many times do you think about the afterlife?
0.5.
0.5. So maybe
Once every 2 weeks.
once every 2 weeks. Denny's, what were your thoughts about on that?
So it's weird. I think about death probably 3 or 4 times a day. But as far as the afterlife goes, I almost never think about the afterlife.
Well, so let me go ahead and rephrase that. Let's go death/afterlife. Just leaving this plane. And I'm not, to me, talking about this stuff, I don't think it's depressing. I'm legitimate curious to see what humans think about this stuff because we all have to go through it. I'm just curious of what, what goes through your brain on something like that. You're going, let's say death, afterlife, anything about leaving this plane.
I always think about death. I mean, I feel like it's one of those thoughts that constantly just pops up in your head.
Well, then we got Kevin and Virginia talking about that one commercial.
Every day.
Oh, my God.
Every day we do a commercial for one of their endorsers, and I'm like, oh, I'm dying. I have to go. I'm dying.
Every commercial, me and Dennis go, we got to get our hearts checked.
was
We
like,
got to
geez.
get our hearts checked.
And then, Kevin did an interview after the show today, and they're talking about medical stuff, and I go, oh, my gosh, this is terrible. I start getting anxiety and sweaty from it because I'm going to die now.
I mean, don't ever, seriously, even if you have a hangnail, do not Google it. Just do not. You will have hangnail cancer.
Well,
Somebody will tell you have hangnail cancer, and then your weekend will be ruined.
Well, every symptom starts off, and then they all start becoming the same ones that lead to something insane.
They always have the same 5 to 7 cold symptoms of everything's 5 to 7 cold symptoms.
Well, that's what med students, they call it. What's Munchausen syndrome? Or the med school students, they become hypochondriacs because they learn all the different things and they start freaking out.
Well, that's what I wonder too. When there's no way, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to speak for a community, but there's no way if you are a detective that deals with homicide constantly that you don't bring that home with you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see how that can't happen.
I think a lot of the big ones, they have to go to therapy, right? Isn't it required?
Oh, yeah. The highest suicide rate is EMTs and Trauma Hawk pilot, people, because they see the worst of the worst.
Well, I've had a few police officers almost, and I kind of felt like they were faking the funk just to appear tough. And I'm like, dude, I'm the wrong guy. You got to appear tough around.
Yeah, we could dish.
You could be a complete pussy around me. It's all good. And they were trying to tell me they didn't take their work home with them. And I didn't get into a debate with them, but my head was thinking, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
How if you have a day where it gets fucking crazy,
Like a training day situation.
Exactly. A training day situation, and then you go home and you're eating mashed potatoes. You're just eating mashed potatoes?
Well, I think it's a hedonistic curve, right? Not that it's anywhere near comparable, but the first time I had my first sale, I was super nervous, and now it's after 20 years, it's just kind of it's kind of annoying. You know what I mean?
You're on your phone.
Yeah. And I have friends that almost passed out when they were first in lab doing surgery, and now they take pictures of it, and they're like, "Oh, look at this," and I was like, "Oh, I'd pass out." And on the other side of it, though, Jbird, I think about the people in hospice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? They're doing God's work.
Yep.
And I was like, man, geez, and they're seeing families and all that, and there's got to be some spiritual stuff going on there.
Well, that is one of those things where I don't think people like that, and I swear to God, I'm not trying to be pandering. That takes such a different type of spiritual person to be able to deal with somebody in their last stages of life
and their family.
And I'm talking about people who are good at their job.
Yes.
Not shitty people, because every profession has that. But if you're a person that legit is caring for somebody in the last stages of their life with their family, that's one of the most spiritual things you can possibly do on this rock.
Yep.
I mean,
blows me away.
Yeah, I mean, it really, and it doesn't. The Catch Me Outside girl will get all the credit.
Yeah,
for sure.
But the fucking person,
no one knows who the people are. Yeah,
it don't seem right. But
yeah,
I digress. I digress, Dennys. There's a lot I could rant on. Get off my lawn. With that said, I think I might. Oh, first of all, great job, Vickie.
You
Always nailing it with her paranormal ways and factoids. But speaking of factoids, it's time for some
Denny's Random Facts.
Our sweet Denny's does a great job. He hunts. He's a hunter. He hunts.
And gathers.
He gathers factoids. We're talking the net. We're talking Britannica. We're talking Webster's.
Dragging the river.
We're talking all of the great ones, all the great books. He finds the factoids. He teaches us. If Vickie, our educator, loves it, she gives him an A. If she hates it, she gives him an F. Denny, summer school's right around the corner. Don't fuck this up.
Don't want to repeat class. Just kind of, we were on the topic already with animals, so I'll start off with this one. The Indiana State Prison started a cat program where inmates are allowed to adopt and keep cats inside their cell. They believe it's improved mood, temperament of all the prisoners, and it's provided hope for a lot of people behind bars. They started the program 20 years ago when one of the guards found a litter of cats without a mother, and they just kept them on the premises, and they started noticing positive things from the inmates, and then they kept the program. Then they paired up now with a cat shelter that provides food, toys, everything they need, and now that shelter has a permanent place to send cats, which is an overpopulation problem they have in Indiana.
You think they call them cat burglars?
But what do you guys think about allowing... I know, I opened
No,
it up
Becky's
for it.
supposed to laugh harder.
I know.
But what do you think about that? Inmates in a prison. We have cats now in there. Do you think this is a good thing to do?
Oh, yeah, I think it totally makes sense. It's great.
I think it's cool. I'm surprised that it's the only one that has this. There's no other... But
So it's a fantastic fact, if I may say so myself. And I think that, the whole point, the reason, you guys know why it's called a penitentiary, right? William Penn, where Pennsylvania's named after. Penitentiary was meant to rebuild and rehab people. Like, whatever happened to that? Like, if someone's gone for life, like, who cares, right? They did something really horrible. Who cares about reintroducing them to society? But if someone's gone for like a year, even 10 years, like, you gotta release them back into society. Like, you're just gonna make them this psycho?
we hear about a lot of crimes that are horrible.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of crimes that you can get arrested for that are kind of sometimes ridiculous, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So you get put in a situation like that, and you're a person who's not acclimated to being in any sort of institution.
You stole a loaf of bread, and then you went out in the alleyway and you fucked it.
Imagine you're an animal.
I'm just saying. How long does that person deserve to go to jail for?
Who wants to jump in? Because, that's tough. That's a tough question.
If you're the judge and you got to give us a...
Did anyone see it?
A couple passerbys, no minors, so we can eliminate that for the judgment. We're going to go with a truck driver who was dropping off some construction product and an elderly woman who was walking her dog. What do we give this guy?
A month.
A month?
Yeah.
Bread fucker gets a month?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
kind
gonna
of
hate
bread?
mine. I'm putting on probation. That's it.
Probation?
Yeah.
He gets a brown bag lunch for a week.
No bread.
No bread.
Yeah.
Denny's,
Get this guy off gluten.
Denny's having a law around these parts.
It's got to be longer than that, right?
Oh my
That's like a
God.
sex crime.
You can't be fucking loaves of bread out in public.
Yeah, but he's only molesting a loaf of bread.
But he's doing it out in public. No,
And this could be the start of something.
Exactly. We gotta
We got to rehabilitate him.
we gotta rehabilitate. I'm all for counseling, but probation, Vickie?
Yeah, you're watching him. You're still keeping track of him.
I would give him at least 6 months in jail.
We don't want to put him in a jail cell with a cat at this point. No, we
He
gotta
wouldn't
watch
get a
him
cat.
first.
No, he gets no cat.
He gets no cat.
He's not getting a
Just
cat.
just bagels.
Don't give that guy bagels.
Oh my gosh. That bagel doesn't stand a chance.
Oh my god.
All right, chat room. What do you are the judge and jury. You give bread fucker the sentence. He took a loaf of bread. He stole it. He went out in the alleyway.
stole it.
He stole the loaf of bread.
Well, so that adds another crime.
I think I said that. I think I did
Yeah,
say that.
you did.
I
You
did.
said he stole it.
And then he takes it out in the alleyway and he bangs it. And adults see it.
He
too.
didn't want anyone to see. He went to the alley.
I and ask in the chat.
And it
room.
was
Crime is
adults
based on
that saw
intent.
him, not
Oh,
children.
We know how you are with your loose crime.
Pumpernickel.
Chat room, let us know what the bread guy gets for a sentence. How long does he stay in the clank? Denny's, by the way, great conversation. I would
Yeah,
give
Okay.
I try to kick it
I'm going to give you a B for that.
it for bread.
It turned,
For bread.
somehow turned from
Somehow it turned, yeah.
cats to bread. So in Thailand, there's an annual festival called the Monkey Buffet Festival where they get very decorated furniture, tables with jewels, and they put 4.5 tons of fruit and vegetables to honor all the local shrine monkeys. They started this in 1989, but by 2024, the population had reached over 3,000, and they became such a nuisance that the government started a program to sterilize all of those monkeys. They've sterilized 1,600 of the monkeys, and it's if you want to attend this festival, it's the last Sunday of every November. But they still do it even to present day. But now they catch the monkeys that are all tagged, and they take the ones that aren't tagged, and they keep swapping them out to get rid of the population of the monkeys. But they still hold the festival, and it's beautiful. It's very lavish. But so anyway, I found that festival, and I go, well, there's got to be other weird festivals going on out here. And I found some pretty weird festivals.
Any bread festivals?
I almost grabbed a bread festival. But so I found this festival they hold in Spain. It dates back all the way to 1620, and it's called the Baby Jumping Festival, where they have men dressed as devils, either in red or yellow jumpsuits, and they carry whips. And they put babies in mattresses, and they jump over them and spin. I guess it symbolizes the pulling of sins away from the babies.
Oh, wow.
But they do it every year. I also found a festival here in Florida, and we can actually attend this one because it's coming up. It's a quirky celebration held in Louis Key Reef down in the Keys. And they've been doing it for 25 years, but it's an underwater concert for snorkelers and scuba divers. They hold a huge music festival underwater that you can attend. And then I found one in Canada called...
I want to go to that. Sounds like Little Mermaid.
It's coming up, too. It's coming up in July, so we can all attend that one. There's also one in Canada called the International Hair Freezing Contest, where people go outside in freezing weather. They dunk their head in a container of water, and then they have a certain amount of time till it freezes to shape it in the weirdest shape.
I've done that.
I love all this goofy shit. I mean, when you have a little goofy fun.
And they have to toe wrestle.
We got to write that. That's a KVJ bid.
It's pretty
Oh,
cool. So
man.
there's 3 rounds, 2 out of 3 best rounds. You start with the right foot, then you have to do left foot, and then you have to go back to right foot. Best out of 3.
Oh, can you hear Virginia? I'm not going to wrestle his gross ass toe. Oh, we got it.
You try to lock down the
Oh,
foot.
I am a fan of toe. Chat room, do you want to see toe wrestling?
World Toe Wrestling Championship. That's held in the UK.
I love goofy shit like that, man. That's what life's about.
There's also the Kanamara Matsuri Festival, a.k.a. the Penis Festival, held in Japan each year.
What's all this about?
They want to honor the male sex organ by adorning the town with decorations, candy, toys, clothing, carved vegetables, and all the money they raise from that is to go to foundations for fertility, safe childbirth, HIV research, STD research, and it's all just to venerate, the penis.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Vickie, but I'm not comfortable using the term sex organs in front of her.
And then this one, these are honorable mentions. These are ones that you guys have probably heard of, but like the cheese rolling festival in the UK, super famous. They roll the cheese.
Those
log down.
videos are crazy. Tell me you don't want to do that, Beckett. A little bit?
A little bit.
That one looks fun.
If you had 3 JMOs in you and you had some boys that you
2.
liked that were like, Beckett, let's do this shit. Yeah.
Let's go. And then, what do you think about this one? The Air Guitar Tournament Festival.
I think
in
it's great.
Finland. They have people go up, and whoever does the best air guitar every year. And then this one sounds pretty cool. It's called the Water Gun Fest in South Korea. Everyone gets a water gun, and they all run through the town and just shoot each other with colored water.
That's
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I think some people might get carried away with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I was thinking the same.
I don't know if I do that in the States, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just,
yeah,
Well, I don't think they have they don't have guns over there. So, but yeah, just some of that. I just saw some weird ass festivals out there. Probably my favorite would be the hair freezing contest in Canada.
that's a fun bit, man. Those are some good KVJ bits right there.
That one, I mean, it has to be pretty cold.
Kevin, well, I don't know if Kevin would do it. with his hair. His shit would look popping though. We could ice his hair, and I could easily, I could make a fucking dinosaur out of Kevin's hair.
Oh,
I could sculpt a dino.
well, so I was in Colorado. I was in a bar, and we were in there drinking, and we went to another bar that was probably about 5 blocks down. And it was in freezing weather. So from the heat of being in there, I got a little bit sweaty and stuff. I walked to the next bar. My hair froze. And when I was in the next bar, I was taking off my scarf and stuff, and I went like this, and all this. I'm like, look at all my hair coming off like that. And they're like, stop. All my hair was frozen solid. It was just breaking off in pieces from the heat melting it, and then it just freezing my hair.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
I've done frozen mohawks before. They're fun.
Vickie,
really?
grade on that one?
A.
Great job, Dennys.
A lot of extra stuff. there.
By the way, chat room is making me laugh just because they've been the judge and jury on the bread fucker. it's all over the place. And I am proud of our chat room because they're making the bread guy pay a little bit. He's going to spend some time in the clink, Denny's.
It has. Oh, so if he's stealing for one, he's got to count that. But also,
We've got anywhere from 3 years, 1 year, jail till the bread expires.
That's a good one.
Well, that won't be long.
Great job, chat room. I love it.
You.
Yeah, very good. And great factoid, Mr. Dennys. We talked a little bit about this on the KVJ show, the different types of aliens. And it's getting to the point, Beckett, where important people are coming out and being very serious about these types of species that are these aliens. Is it all bullshit? Are these military people lying?
Well, when you said type of aliens, I think it's pretty subtle that they look like fire in the sky.
That's
right?
where you're wrong, Mr. Beckett. Because we have a
More than
list of
one kind.
10 aliens that are out
But
there.
I think number one's the most popular, right?
That's not true. That's such a misconception.
Really?
Yes. That's the point.
With the big heads and the beady eyes, like I think.
You've got the Greys, you've got the Reptilians, you've got the Nordics, and you've got the Insectoids. Those are your
those
top.
are the ones they're saying.
Your
I think
top
they're the
four.
Greys. The Greys are pretty.
Those are the
Greys are number one.
Yeah,
That
you
when you
can-
solve unsolved mysteries, remember that scary show?
Vickie, I'm getting a little triggered. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but my point is saying we've been fed some alien bullshit to think it's only Greys going on here. And what I'm here saying is that there's more than one species. Yeah, I'm not saying Greys don't exist, but I'm also saying the Nordics exist.
They're just like the Coke and Pepsi of the aliens. They're always up.
Dennys, thank you for hearing.
The
and seeing me.
reptilians, they get brought up a lot though too.
Oh yeah, they some people don't like them.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
do you think
like
that-
lizard people.
Do you,
It's
so
like-
do you think they're one and the same?
they're like counterculture.
Now, hold on. There's a lot going on here. I got lizard people. I got counterculture.
Do you think the lizard people are one and the same as the reptilians?
That I can't answer because I don't. I can't say. I have no idea. Would I be shocked? No. But would it shock me if there was a hybrid of both, or they're two different species?
Well, so I mean, are we just caught in the middle of a lizard war? Like they got lizards here already, and then we got alien lizards.
They're making it sound like the things that if we were to find out, it would legitimately blow our minds as if we were watching a movie and would go, what in the actual fuck? Meaning, it's not just little gray people running around, and it's not just that there are realms and wormholes and different dimensions. There people are saying that all of this shit is possible and possibly true. And it sounds like you're on drugs when you talk about it. And I haven't done a drug today yet. And I'm just saying it's an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to discredit somebody. If Denny's really had a legit moment that was so real and somebody of power wanted to make sure his legit moment was never seen or heard about, they could make that happen and then make him look crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And make him look like he's an insane monster.
Right.
And that's all. That's just historically been proven through, at least, when I say proven, that's what the military, some people are saying now. I got the documents. The Men in Black visited. I mean, the Men in Black theory, Vickie, do you believe in that theory?
I mean, I'm open to any theory. I think when you're talking about how people are going to feel about it, I think in the ghost world, people are or more calm when they know the truth about spirits and you show them proof. I think they're more calm. If you start laying down the truth about aliens, it's going to freak everybody the F out.
I think, too, because you've got the element of religion involved. And I am not at all, by any means, trying to start a holy war. But you're living in a time where there's a lot of things intersecting. You've got AI being able to trick and honestly distort reality. You've got the government coming out talking about things in the sky that they don't know what they are. They're going in the ocean. They're flying through the sky. You've got all of these odd things hitting at one time. Now, is all that just a distraction for something else that's going on? Or is shit really going down?
It's tough to say. It could easily be a distraction.
I think most of the reports in government is more like the ships, right? Like the movement of the ships. And I think like...
And the bodies.
The bodies seem to be pretty gray, no?
Oh, gross.
Still trying to prove his point.
No, you're right. So the bodies are the ones that you don't have that video proof of. You are right about that. But what you do have are the word and the just the gospel of people who are legitimate. And these are people that typically I wouldn't say are. They go to a party and they're telling jokes. I get it. No, I don't.
Yeah,
Too
they
much.
talked about this. That's the question.
Well,
Why don't they just tell us?
Well, why just solve a Rubik's Cube in 2 seconds? Because it's no fun, Beckett.
I'd have the hardest time with the insect.
At night, you wake up, it's like, okay, Denny's. Make sure
Do you see
hit
the
that
look on
audio.
his face right now?
Just sleep in.
I'll be like, man, a spider's so cool, but fuck, I hate him. He's just scary. I can't look at
That
him.
would suck. The spider is.
I can't look at
That
him.
would suck. The spider is the coolest thing ever. The coolest thing ever. But you're horrified of.
It's like nuts. I'm like, dude, all right.
It's like, bro, I just ordered you food. I made you some pancakes. Okay, you could take that about anything.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
What would you do with your time?
I would make sure that I got to soundproof my house.
Oh my gosh.
A 50-foot
It'd be
vacuum.
seismic.